All right, hello everyone. So let's get started. So today's Thursday. Now, if you look at your posts from the beginning of the week, you'll see it's a swing day for the indices and the euro dollar. So let's take a look. Now, yesterday I made a short video as well. So on there I mentioned that the New York session would be good to trade, and this is the New York session, as you can see. So the market came up into the swing hours and just sizzled down into there. So this is gold. Now with gold, because with gold tomorrow is a swing day. So this is it. So Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, that's Monday. Tuesday was an inside day. I had this there as a swing day for gold, but it didn't eventuate, which is not a problem, because unless we're at the bottoms or the tops, we're not trading it anyway. So if it's not there, it's not there. But tomorrow's a swing day for this. And today we've got news happening, so the market can still push up. We've got PST at 41, 2,374. I think that's still doable. 2,374 is going to be there. Okay. On the weekly, that's already infringed. This is why I said the market could sell. Okay, it could still sell because we've got that infringement, so we're in a bit of a dilemma here. Okay, and on the monthly, as you can see, we still have room to push down. So the monthly and the weekly is giving us a bit of room to come down into 68, possibly 2,355. We'll keep that on the radar as well. 2,355 down here. Alright, and that's fine too. So what could happen today? If the market decides to sell further, it certainly can. These are the first hours. I've posted the hours around about 3 a.m. my time, so that's like 3 hours ago. And today, these are the first hours that we have. Okay, good hours today are going to be lunchtime. And I think just before New York session opens and after the New York session, we'll have setups as well. Because there is news, you can have a setup at 3:30, and then at 5:20 you can get a retracement. If that's the case, it could give you a re-entry. Okay, at 5:20. So 5:20 is not a bad spot either. But I think the majority of the market will take its setup before the news around my lunchtime. So that's going to be around 2:45 to 3:30. All right. So by 11:45 and then 1:45, in between those 2 hours, I think the market will pretty much have its setup. And then just before the news, which is going to come out at 3:30, I think it should. Let's check it out. Let's do this. Okay. Economic calendar for today. Yeah, this is 3:30. Alright, okay, so I'm just going to keep that. This is something I did for somebody, so don't get it mixed up with anything else. So yeah, so before the news we can have a setup, I think, and that could be like good for us in terms of trading. The other thing is, once the market starts to move after, it could keep pushing until the Asia session. So you can probably follow that through, okay? So with gold, like I said, it's a little tricky, because on the one hand we've got the buy zone here, as I've marked in, as you can see, with the PST level. On the other hand, on the monthly and the weekly, we might have some room to push down into here. So we're going to see how it goes. If during the trade hours we are at a high like yesterday, right, so the market comes up, closes the gap, it's a swing hour, it's a trade hour, selling is okay. You could have also sold here. You can see that's a breakout. So once the market breaks out, you just put your stop loss above there somewhere. Okay, because it shouldn't go higher if we are correct, and then it should just sizzle down into the next swing hours, as you can see, bang, 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 and that's it. Okay, so same kind of thing here. If the market does go up a little bit and decides to fall, it can. It hasn't. It's done an inside day, by the way. It hasn't broken down. As you can see, it's not nice and easy. It's an inside day, nothing really happening, because this is how it is. Okay, so the market yesterday on Wednesday, it's just still hanging around there. So what you need to do is, if the market heads up, it could be around these levels as well. Let me get rid of this now. Well, we'll keep that there just for the moment. But if the market does come back up, if it's a swing hour, that could be a sell zone. Okay, and that's about it. Okay, if you want to buy, you're going to have to do it. If the market comes into a swing hour, let's get rid of this now. You see how this works. Look, I put this in like early in the hours. See how it comes in and goes up. Comes in into the swing hours and then goes up. Okay, so you can keep these lines. This is why knowing technical analysis is really important. You got your line, you have a breakout, it's a swing hour, go for it, and that's about it. So here again, if the market wants to sell off, you want to do it somewhere in the highs and push it down. If you want to buy, that's your minimum price of buying. If it comes down, you can push up. But like I said, be mindful, because I'm a little scared with the PST breakdown and I don't like to stand in front of it. So selling looks like a better option to me if it goes up. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. Now with the euro dollar, I said Tuesday was a swing day. Sorry, I said, let me just see. Was it Tuesday? Yeah, I said Tuesday is a swing day. And for this Thursday is a swing day as well. Okay, so Tuesday, the market didn't go any higher. So it didn't become a swing day. It was an inside day. They just sold off. So as you can see, we've got inside days happening here. So on the weekly, we might have a breakout. Okay, and that's going to depend on the news today. On the monthly, we're already up there. So I did say any pullback is good to go long, but when I say any pullback is good to go long, I mean obviously somewhere reasonable, which needs to fill a gap, plus we need to be somewhere decent for us to push up. Okay, and currently the market is not there, not unless you're enthusiastic about buying stuff expensive. So if the market does pull back with the news, next week we can go long from here on a swing day. I'm happy to do that. Other than that though, I am not happy to be buying at the highs here. This is a sell zone, that's the sell zone, so I'm not going to muck around here buying expensive. With the news, if you want to trade, you can do a setup before the news, and that's fine. Okay, I can get rid of this, let's get rid of that. This was yesterday, the line I drew. Okay, so as you can see, those are the swing hours coming in as the market comes into the lows. So you can keep following that through, it's not a problem. As you can see, sideways market, not a lot of excitement here. If you're a euro dollar trader, you'd have to wait a little bit for the market. If you want to sell, 70 is okay, which is 10.12. That's a PST level, but 10.12 is all the way up there. Okay, so just keep it in mind. If you're interested in doing that, that's fine. For me, with the euro dollar, a better option I think is, we've got a higher kind of movement. If it comes down, buying here is the way to go. Now SP 500. Now with the SP 500, I said Dow Jones could be a big day yesterday. As you can see, the market went up and then came down. But this zone, remember, we marked this in. Okay, so there's no real drama here. Okay, because this is a level we've marked in before. We're aware of this level. So if you used your trading hours nicely, okay, that was your top yesterday. So the market went up and then it just sold off nice and easy. That's your 445, and we had 10 past 6. if you got into the 10 past 6, you would have been, that's 6 o'clock there, that's 6:15, okay? So 10 past 6 is there. Whoops. That's your 6 o'clock, it's a 15-minute chart. If you sold off, you should have been just fine. Alright, so, and I did say the market should dip back into here. Whoopsie daisy. And that's what it did. And that's also fine. Alright, so I can get rid of this now. It's game over. And if you follow that, you should have been just fine. Alright. And that's basically it. As you can see, that was also a bit of a sweep. Market going in, breaking above, and just selling off down. Okay. Now again, what could happen with this? If you take a look at the weekly, okay, we can still push down. If you take a look at the monthly, we've got room to come down on the monthly into that 56, which is what I'd like to see it, around 5,043 and 33. So call it 5,050 because 5,050 is a round number, and the monthly can be slightly off with the numbers. So I'd rather be conservative, but I think we can comfortably target this zone here. It's a nice round number to come down to. Okay, so if the market goes up again, it's nice and easy to come down. We've broken below the low off Wednesday. Okay, the market closed low, and here we're clearly nicely bearish. So the market is waiting for that news. Okay, if the news is a little bad, we should dip back down here, and I don't mind doing that next week as well, coming into there and then buying up. So if we go up, selling is not a bad idea. It's good to do. If you've learned some technical analysis from me, you would have been also on top of your game with your goodbye kisses. Well, that's already drawn there automatically, so there's nothing to talk about. Okay, so that zone is already your sell-off zone. That's your goodbye kiss. Market shooting down. So if you're following the SP500, you should have been on top of your game. And we're all trading on the lines anyway. All right. So if you're going to sell, you're going to sell on a line. If you're going to buy, you're going to buy on a line. It's either going to be on the price when it matches time, or it's going to be on a PST price when it matches time, and that's basically it. Okay. So if the market goes up again, selling at 47, that's going to be 5,366. 5,366 is around there. Okay, if it does get there, that's doable as well. All right. But that's a big fall from yesterday, closing below, so I don't think it's going to be going there, but we can have a news set up, and if the news is bad, we should pull down again. So this 37 zone is not a bad place to sell off. This is a good place to sell off. So the 50-37 zone is your kill zone. Okay. Is there a slight gap here? Yeah, very minimal, not really. Okay, so this zone is going to be a sell zone. You can mark in this bit here. Alright, so if we head up a little bit more, wait for the news. You want to sell it off from the highs, you can push down. Okay. Now Dow Jones, I said, could be a big day. I made a comment on that with the swing day note on Sunday, and let's see what happened on the Dow Jones. It would have sold off as well, just like SP500. I don't trade the Dow Jones, but yeah, well, there you go. All right, so I looked at this as a matter of curiosity yesterday, but this is your 6 o'clock there, and I did mention 445 or 430. That's your 445 there, okay, on Wednesday, right, 435. So 435, that's your 435 there, that's your 445, and 10 past 6 is there. So nice and easy right on the top. where should you have sold this? Or if you're following and if you're doing a technical analysis, that's it there. Market doing a sweep, 10 past 6, sell off, okay? So if we go back up, selling again is an option, and that was a good, nice fall. It's also giving us an indication it's bearish, so any up move can sell off. Now that we've been in this level once, and this is twice. Today is a swing day, all right? So what does that tell us? It could be a push up, okay, on a swing day. So as you can see, the PST targets are done. So buying this can be a good opportunity. So if we come down 28, 38, 452, this is not a bad place to get in. Okay, so if the market dips down into a swing hour, buying from this zone to push up is not a bad idea. All right. So yeah. So use your PST level. Use the swing hours. You want to go long from here, it's okay. Keep in mind there's this bar here. Why is that important? Because of the weekly, right? This zone here. Okay, so that's the dip there. So if I was to take the high of that, put it into the low of that, that would be it. Okay, the reason you're not taking that, there you go, you can take that too. Actually, that's the manipulation bar, but I like to take the wick. Okay, so this zone is still a buy zone to kind of push up, and that could be the way to go. On the weekly as well, we've got 38, 4, 5, 8, 30, yep, 38, 4, 5, 8. So it's around there. So if we dip down, this zone could also be a buy zone. Okay, 4, 5, 8 was pretty much there. All right, so boom, boom up, and remember it's a swing day Thursday, and I did say Wednesday could be a big day, and it's a big drop there from the high. Let's take a look at NASDAQ. Probably have the same kind of thing. It's a swing day for NASDAQ as well. Okay, swing days, as you know, Monday and Thursday for the indices. Let's put this back into perspective here. Let's get rid of that. So that was Monday. All right, market going up, and in the zone. All right, they bought right there in the zone. So that's also good on the PST. Okay, so that's a weekly zone too, and that's, let's just put it on the daily. It'll just be better for us, which is that zone there, which we've marked in before. So any pull back into this to go up, I'm good with that. We should end up at least here. You got 44 there, 18,593. 18,5, oops, not that. 18,593. So there. Okay. And that's basically, so if we dip down, we're okay to go up. As you can see, that's pretty much, whoops, there. All right, so one more dip to push up, I'm okay with that. This is a good sweep. So if the market comes back into the news to go up, is not a bad idea. Doable. All right, considering it's a swing day as well. Okay, and remember, it's done that today. So they filled in the gap. That's your gap. Slightly a bit more left, I think here, maybe just into there. Might do it. So any pullback into there is okay to go long as being a swing day. If we go up first, then we might find ourselves somewhere there, and that'll be your target. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, remember Wednesday was a swing day. I haven't checked it out, not trading it daily, but let's see what we had. All right, so Wednesday made a high and then a pullback. So that's your impulse wave. You see the market just retracing up. So we should have a retracement up. I said this should push up into the PST levels. As you can see, it's going up. So no surprises there. If you're trading your, let's do this. If you're trading Bitcoin, follow the PST. That's just basically the way to go. Okay. So now we can get rid of this and that, because that was done. Okay, so once you have the levels, you're good. If you're trading it, what can you do with it? It's still got to go up a little bit more. As you can see, 42. That's your impulse wave. You got room to come up to there. All right, and that's basically it. So if you want to sell off, just don't do it now. Let it come up. If you want to buy, wait for it to come down into a swing hour and then go up. Okay, this zone is not a buy zone, as you can see. The market should come back down at least to the daily pivot or the closing opening yesterday to go back up again if you want to do that. In any case, it's tricky since let's check a look at the monthly. Well, it's done the monthly target as well. All right, so yeah, on the pullback, buying maybe not a bad option. Okay, then you can follow it up to the PST level. That's 42, 58,680, and on the upper side of things, you got 62,350 zone there. Okay, 61, 63 zone there.